Ravens fans, let's not sleep on this rookie, Kobi Lane. Somebody that gonna have a real opportunity to show off his skills in the Ravens, during the Ravens OTAs. I know a lot of people are focused on the big names on the roster, but this is one person that Lamar Jackson could really have an opportunity to work with sooner than later that can give a huge impact on the team. Now you may be asking yourself, why are people looking at Kobi Lane? Well, it's been mentioned, that he's been one of the rookies, doing the OTAs that gained a lot of weight during the off-season workouts. He talked about what he ate in the off-season before coming to the Ravens, and even during the off-season, just being at the Ravens, doing rookie mini camps as well. And that shows a lot, and it makes a lot of sense for the Ravens to continue to just reshape the offense, get these guys in, get these rookies in that has a lot of height, to get them to put on a lot of size, a lot of mass, a lot of muscle, to get ready for the upcoming season. But this is where Kobi Lane becomes really interesting. He stands around at 6'4". He immediately gives Baltimore something different physically. At wide receiver, he has size, catch radius, strong hands, and the ability to to make those contested catches. Now, he has issues getting separation in his routes, but that's something that he can work on going into his rookie season. The first year, second year, possibly by the third year he'll have those things polished up. But maybe going into his second year he'll be polished up when it comes to getting that separation from the cornerbacks, giving guys difficulty when it comes to running those routes and getting open for Lamar Jackson. Big receivers is definitely needed in today's game. If you look at it, somebody like a Calvin Johnson back in the day, big guy, big receiver. We can look at DK Metcalf from the Steelers. He's a big receiver that's being used physically in the game today. So, big receivers are always needed in the game. So Kobi Lane could be somebody that could really stand out at that size. Type of wide receiver fits the Baltimore Ravens because they already have speed and quickness with a receiver like Zay Flowers. So Kobi Lane, given his size and physicality, that becomes very important in the red zone, third downs, even being that physical in the AFC North, because we know the AFC North is the most physical division in the NFL. And going into OTAs, we can think about this when it comes to the veterans. OTAs are mostly about getting back into football shape, but for rookies like Kobi Lane, this is where opportunities begin for him to stand out, going against veterans in camp, cornerbacks like Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, really trying to stand out, get in shape and get that separation from those corners, getting the playbook down, and then seeing where the coaches can see where to start him at. Seeing his consistency, seeing his effort, his route running, his chemistry, and getting his chemistry down with Lamar Jackson, even the backup quarterbacks. And we know the Ravens have a history of finding underrated talent. And every year, somebody always stands out in the offseason when it comes to OTAs that fans don't expect. And Lane could be one of those players. And, just looking at the situation, he has a real opportunity. He has size, and the quarterback situation is he can really grow with Lamar Jackson, when it comes to getting into OTAs and them practicing and everything. And if he starts to, standing out doing OTAs, don't be surprised if the Ravens start to use him early. We got Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman already starting. We looking to add another wide receiver this offseason. I'm not sure if we're going to add A.J. Brown, and maybe a possibility that we do add him. But right now, just the wide receivers that we have, Lane could be somebody that can stand out for the Ravens. But, let me hear from y'all guys. Let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Do you think Lane would stick out in the offseason, being that he has that size, he has the opportunity, that the third wide receiver position is open up on a depth chart for somebody to take over it? So do you think he would stand out? Leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel about this situation going into OTAs this week now for the Ravens. And as always, man, I appreciate all y'all watching the videos on GridIron Flock TV. Like, share, and subscribe. We out.